Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today's video, as you can tell, is all about HBAR, Hedera Hashgraph. Our last major update on HBAR was quite a while ago, so I've been getting some requests in the Patreon about HBAR. And just a recent update really on the price action that we're getting and what we can be expecting over the coming months. As many of you know, late December 2022 is when we did them initial major buys with some sells up here for HBAR and rebuys back at these levels once again, publicly announcing those on Twitter, just for everyone to see what we was doing in real time. And you can see now, as the market is progressing and as the market is finally hitting some trend-based Fibonacci extensions that we've been analysing and looking for quite a while, we've been able to skim off some profits and leave the rest to ride to the upside, because I think we've got much higher to go here for HBAR, much higher. But we just again need to stay calm and stay cautious, because a lot of excitement's coming back into the market, possibly some retail market participants coming back into the market as well. So we need to stay cautious and risk manage as always. But HBAR's looking really strong at the minute. A nice clear range we had from May 2022 with a range break now and a back test. I was actually possibly looking for this back test to come in and get a bit of a bullish candle body here, fill maybe at around the 8.5 cents, but that pullback there did not give the opportunity, and now we're working into the trend-based Fibonacci extensions and really pushing on now past that 1.414 extension, which if you take a look at last time when HBAR went on to hit these extensions, this is when the big green candles really came into fruition, and we got them big rises in the matter of months. So something we need to be on the outlook for and just looking out for that when we see them massive 100 200% candles in the space of 2 to 3 weeks. We know that's a sign for the market makers to potentially be looking for a major correction and retail to come back in at the levels we've been looking for over a year now. We've been looking at that 20-cent level, really coming into this 24-25 cent level for a big breakdown level, backtest really. So when we do get back to these levels, if we do, then we've got major profits to be made from the lows. Let's take a look at the percentage up here. We're talking about a 500% gain, and from the bottom about 200-300% now. So something to just keep an eye on. When you see your investments go up 200-300%, it's not always a bad idea to take a little bit off the table. You don't have to take it all, because if we zoom out and HBAR goes and sets brand new all-time highs, we don't want to be missing out on that. That's definitely not something we want to be missing out on. But when we start to see waves built like this, possibly 1-2, 1-2, and really extend into them 100% moves, a Fed wave, and then get the final push up with the late market participants coming back into the market up and around these levels, we can expect major corrections in 3 waves. So something to look out for. Really, I'm looking for this level to come into fruition now for HBAR. So what I'm going to do is just switch to the monthly time frame. Just zooming out onto that monthly time frame, it just gives us a clear picture as to what we're looking at, and what we've seen in previous price history for HBAR. As always, then big bearish candles and big bullish candles are what we're looking for. We see that aligns with that key level that we outlined earlier, and the extensions here near up and around that 22 to 24 cent level. So I really do think now for HBAR, with the range break to the upside and these liquidity levels for the shorters coming into the market and big green candles possibly pushing through with the coming months, I do think the market's setting up for a nice extended move as a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move, and really expecting that Fed wave to come up and around these levels. Because if we take the trend-based Fibonacci from the low, sorry, wrong Fibonacci there. If we take the trend-based Fibonacci here from low to high, back to high to low, you see them extensions, them key extensions that we look for. Everything seems to be aligning up here at that 23-24 cent level. Possibly if we do get that hit, we'll get a bit of a rejection. How many times have we seen something like this in the market, where you get a trend line to the upside that we've got drawn out here, you get your initial hit up and we work back into the range and then extend? It's all about liquidity. It's all about the way the market makers work, because if people have got these trend lines drawn, which no doubt they will do now because of the move up, however, we've had these trend lines drawn out for quite a while. If you've been watching the HBAR videos, you'll know that. If you've been watching the HBAR videos from back at these levels, we're in a great situation. But the amount of times that I see, the market makers extend into a break of a trend line, then jump back in, and it just messes up people's psychology. People want a breakout trade here of a potential trend line to the upside. People start longing up here, thinking we're going to get a break. The market brings it back into that range. People start shorting once again, and that's where you get your extended fifth wave. And that, in my opinion, is why Elliott Wave works so well. It takes into account market psychology, liquidity, and everything really. That's why I like to use Elliott Wave. Of course, there's different ways to analyze the market, but I think Elliott Wave is really one of the key fundamental market analysis tools you can use if you learn to use it right. And another thing that I like to use is the market cap chart of HBAR, because we know we've had some tokenomics and some tokenomics changing with the supply of HBAR doubling, which means as the market cap increases, if the token size was the same as what we had back here, we would already be at that 20 cent level up and around these big bearish candle breaker fills. So something to keep an eye on, because usually when you do get them fills of these big candles here, you'll get an extension but a pull back into there. But one thing I wanted to point out here is possibly with HBAR, people are going to be analyzing the USD chart too much and forgetting about the market cap. And if we just take a Fibonacci retrace, I like to use the candle bodies here just to negate some price action, some big wicks and market makers potential manipulation. I want to show you where the extension's coming at from current levels. We're talking about a potential rise here, which people may be caught off guard by looking at the USD chart of around 400-500%, which from current prices on HBAR, where we're sitting at around 13 cent at the minute, would be talking up and around them 60 cent levels. So that just gives us an idea of to where we can possibly be taking some more profit if we do extend and get them big bullish candles coming in. Pretty soon that 60 cent level may be one to take note of. From the lows, obviously that's a major rise, at least a 10x, 15x. So if you're seeing your investments go up 10x, 15x, and not taking anything off the table for potential pullbacks or even potential long-term bear markets in the future, or different asset classes, or even just to have the cash in the bank to enjoy some profits, because that's what we're here for. We're here for the profit. We're not here to see the moves go up and then potentially say, oh, we've got further, because the time will come in the market where people are analyzing coins. All the big mainstream YouTubers will come back and get a lot of attention saying, well, we're never going to stop, trade on momentum, bro, this is it, the bull run's here. But by the time everyone's saying that, we know the percentages they're not there anymore. Maybe, yeah, you could potentially get a 1 or 200% move from higher levels, but we're not here for them 200% moves. From the lows, we've already seen 300-400% moves and taken them profits. Got that cash in the bank, sat back, relaxed approach, ready for the market to just do what it wants. We always do that. We sit back, relax, let the market do the work. Potentially from current levels, we could see HBAR push on to that 60 cent level, but really eyeing up that 20 cent level for a decent profit take. Again, you don't have to sell everything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to listen to me, because it's not financial advice. But we've been analysing these coins from the lows, Bitcoin, HBAR, many more altcoins, Injective Protocol being one of the biggest one, Fetch AI, talking about these coins when no one else was interested. Now the price rises, of course, everyone wants to get back into the market when you see the big green candles. But by the time you see the big green candles, usually the percentage gains, they're just not there anymore for the people investing low amounts into the market thinking, well, this next altcoin is going to be the next Bitcoin. I'm not here to tell you that. There may be one in the future that does that. It's not for me to do. I'm just here to analyse the market, rational view, rational approach, looking at taking profits at key extension levels. And using the market cap chart here for HBAR can give us a potential clue at that 60 cent level where people may be calling for much higher. I do think that 60 cent level with the market cap chart potentially looking at another 400-500% move from current levels. So you might be coming back into the market now and thinking, well, should I buy HBAR? Is HBAR going to go up 500%? The reality is, I think if you was not in the market accumulating in this big accumulation range, you're setting yourself up for higher risk, higher reward investing at current levels in anything in the market. Really, we've got some opportunities on the Patreon that I do think these altcoins are going to potentially go up and go up fast as well. But obviously, them coins that I put on there for the Patreon members only. Most recently, we had Telcoin gone up 300% already. And many more where the Patreon members are taking advantage of the group, and it's great to see, because when we see the Patreon members profit, it makes me do what I do worthwhile, because then people can get them profits and pay for the membership with the profits. So it's almost like you get a free membership if you're able to benefit from the group. So you can see what I'm doing. You can see the entry plans, the exit strategies. I will say it is mostly exit strategies now and profit taking rather than entry plans, but there is still a couple of altcoins that we're covering on there that potentially could offer a good opportunity if you're taking some profits and looking to rotate some of them profits into another altcoin. So guys, yeah, I think with HBAR here, 20 cents, 60 cent, they're going to be my key levels over the coming months. A nice time in the market, an exciting time in the market, but as always, be cautious. Take profits at your key levels. Nobody else can do that for you. Just sit back, relax, let the market do the work, and remember, this is never financial advice. Cheers, guys. I'll see you next time.